You are my downfall.
Hello everyone, DJ
Hi.
Meileena here, and this is Muse Meileena, and we're going to have a little discussion today, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Alright, so let's begin with how we met. I don't remember how we met at all. I think it was like 2 years ago at International Night when I was DJing for that.
Yes, it was. I remember. I have a pretty good memory.
Yeah, I try to forget that night as much as I possibly can. That was not the best experience for me.
But he still wrote about it in his blog, so some part of him wants to remember.
No, some part of me wanted to remember the worst DJing experience and working with people, not the night itself.
Okay.
So that I don't make that mistake again. So
What about it that was so bad?
it was working with people that had no idea what the hell they were doing, to be honest with you. It was working with the dance community and how they wanted me to make a mix of folklore songs, which already was kind of like a no for me, but you know, I was already going to be DJing that night anyway, so I was like, you know, screw it, whatever, I'll just do it. And then it just spiraled out of control from there. It got like to the point where it was like I was 9 redos in, and I just finally said, you know what, I'm not doing it anymore. This is the last take. This is what you're going to work with. I'm not working with you anymore. Have fun with that. God, that was just so bad.
Yeah, I can only... Well, I mean, I was there.
You were there. You heard the mix. It was horrible.
Yeah, so it's like you have this really nice mix that he made, and then the model's walking down the stage, right? And then all of a sudden, intermission.
No, it actually went like intermission, and like during the intermission, I was in the audience and I was sunk down in my chair like, God, I know what's coming next. I know what's coming next. And then the dance committee went, and then the first folklore song started, and I was like, okay. And then there was a jump cut. And then I realized that's not what I made for them. So it turns out they went through and changed everything that I was doing for them. Anyways. But since my name was already attached to it, everyone started looking at me and started laughing. So I was like, this is not good. And then it was the fashion show, and that was the best part of the night. Yay!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I was modeling in the fashion show. Was this 2013?
Yeah, this was 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
And I was representing China. I'm actually Filipino, but I am an 8th Chinese, so there you go.
Yeah.
And I was wearing this really nice dress. It was a BB dress and Chinese dress, obviously. And the first words that Jason said to me was, "You make me miss my black dress." It was something like that, right?
Yeah, so at the time, I was starting to make my transition into being more comfortable with wearing female clothing. Since not very many people notice, but DJ Ravecow happens to be... Oh, I'm more of a female in a male body, but like I'm not going to make that jump to having a surgery soon or anytime soon, probably like 20 years from now, if everything goes to plan. But Meileena, what was the worst fashion show you ever took part in? Because I can remember one that happened a few months ago that we were going to take part in that never happened.
Yeah, okay. So now while we're on the subject of working with people, okay, I just want to say that I thought that was like the best compliment ever that he told me, that I made him miss his black dress. Anyways, since then we didn't really become friends like at that moment, but I felt like we did. And then like we reconnected later on. But anyways, back to the question. Well, I really wanted to participate in a fashion show that was helping the community, and that was getting young people to model as an empowerment activity. And I felt like the person who was running it was just completely handling it the wrong way and approaching it the wrong way. And I started feeling bad. I talked to other people who were experiencing the same things as me, and I didn't want to associate myself with it. So, yeah, I talked to him. He's my good friend.
Yeah.
And so I'm really glad I made that decision because I would have just put in all that work and effort and just been stressed out the whole time, and then like someone else would have taken credit for all of my work. So
Yeah, I'm glad that you made a decision too, because apparently that person wanted me to DJ for the whole entire event as well. And no, I only agreed to DJ for the fashion show part, which it turns out would have actually sucked a lot more. That day was not going to be a good day, so I'm glad that we didn't do that.
hmm
So, what is your best experience doing fashion and modeling?
well, I've had a lot, and I think having the opportunity to create one of my own fashion shows was a great experience, even though there were a lot of things that got in the way of like fully enjoying it. Like the whole process of coming up with the ideas for exactly what you imagine the fashion show to look like. Even if it's not, if it doesn't turn out that way in the end, or if it turns out better than that, it's great. But I think doing the fashion show for Global Gala was fun, and I really love the music that you made for it, and so that part of it was probably up there in my favorite part.
I do have to say that Global Gala was one of my more entertaining, like, DJing jobs that I had. At first, it was supposed to be just for the fashion show, like normal. For it was going to be International Night, and then International Night got canceled.
Yeah.
And the committee moved to the ASOC, and then the ASOC was like, "Why don't we just make Global Gala?" So because I was going to be there already for the fashion show,
Yeah.
they asked me to DJ for the whole entire day, which was really cool because I got to work with equipment that was a lot more advanced than what I normally would work with.
Yeah, so once International Night was canceled, I was part of the original committee, and a lot of people didn't continue, but a lot of people did, so it was cool because I had a lot of models who were there from the beginning, as well as models who joined in the middle, and we got to work with all kinds of people, which was fun and stressful, but what it came out with at the end was really nice, and like just seeing how much fun everyone had when they walked on the runway, and how much fun Jason was having when he was DJing, so then I'm supposed to tell them. Sorry.
I think the greatest highlight of that was like playing "Let It Go."
Oh my god,
From,
yeah, that was my
RT remix. That was the best one because, like, again, I wasn't expecting for you to drag me up on stage the way that you did.
Aw.
I really wasn't expecting that. It's like usually whenever I do shows like that, like I'm the guy off in the corner, no one really gives a shit.
Oh.
But like you actually made me part of the show, so thank you.
I'm gonna cry.
Aw,
Okay, not
don't
gonna cry. I get sensitive sometimes though. But yeah, that was like so nice, and I really liked that part of the song. And that part of the song when it first started was when Eli and I went on stage. That was really sweet. And then when it went in like the second part of it, then I brought Jason up on stage, and it was sorry, I was not supposed to. Sorry.
I almost fell getting onto the stage, by the way.
Oh. But he did it, and there's this really great picture of us, which maybe I'm not good with the editing, but maybe he can put it in. It's this great picture, but we did edit that picture so that it's just like me and him.
Yeah, it is like literally me in my trench coat, me being awake for 20 hours, just because the night before I did a show up in San Francisco and I hadn't slept yet, and I had to go to work that morning, and then I showed up at school, set up all the equipment, which took 8 hours, then then I had to go back to work, then I had to come back to school, set up all the lighting and whatnot.
Yeah,
And
he
then it was Global
works
Gala.
so hard. It's like me, I only have a small part of it that I've been working on gradually over time, and most of that is a lot of fun, like ideas and putting that together. But his is like actual physical work.
Yeah, mine was
all in one day, like straight.
Mine was physical work. Mine was going to the meetings. I got drafted into all the meetings.
Yeah,
I got
getting
drafted
stressed out by
into-
everyone. Whereas I was got to be a bit more like
Yeah, you got
detached.
to just work
enjoy
on
the
your
part that I
section, yeah.
enjoyed. So I really like that.
I got to be a part of the whole entire planning committee. I got to do the scheduling for everyone for when all the music started and everything. That was a lot of fun, a lot of stress. But what made it worse that day was like, one, I was tired. I hadn't slept the night before. Two, I kind of had a hangover that day anyways, because usually when I DJ up at clubs, like the managers like hand me free drinks and whatnot. So you have to kind of like be, you know, responsible with your drinking. And then, like, the last point was, like, after the show was done, I packed up everything, and I went back up to San Francisco to go DJ at a different club. So I was awake for 40 plus hours before I actually finally got some sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God we did that on a Friday.
Yeah, thank goodness. Yeah, like that's how I am too. Like we just left right afterwards, so I know people like hang out and stuff, but
Yeah, people hung out. People went to like after parties and whatnot, which was cool. But yeah, I went to a real party. Sucks to be you guys.
Mm-hmm. So anyways, like, yeah, we should definitely do another video on just Global Gala and all of our inspirations for it, because I don't think a lot of people got to hear our side of the story or, like, our contributions from the beginning.
Yeah,
I don't know, were you interviewed for the documentary?
I was not interviewed for the documentary.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be interviewed for the documentary, but, like, I only have, like, a small, like, tagline at the end where it says music provided by Blue.
Yeah. But a lot of people don't know that, like, the whole event and the whole structure of the event, like, the most important part is the music.
Yeah.
And so I know that, and I'm always, like, super honored to be able to set my fashion ideas to music. So yeah.
You always come to me for your musical needs,
Mm-hmm.
which is really cool because I usually don't have like a steady stream of people that come to me. But like sometimes it gets like tough to do that because I don't really know what to do for a fashion show. I usually just go with like whatever I feel like at the time. So if you remember, like during the first international night when I did that mix, like some of the songs in there are actually pretty sad, and that's because like I was going through like this really really bad time in my relationship. And then when Global Gala came up this year or last year, I was starting to go through another bad time, but I wasn't gonna put that into Global Gala. Except for Starlight. Starlight is one of the songs.
I love that song.
Yeah, Starlight and Ghost Assassin from Vila. Both of those songs are actually really sad songs, but they worked so well with the nature of the show. I'm really glad about that. I did not like the fact that they put in really big stage lights that covered up all my studio lights and all my laser lights.
Which are really cool. But we'll have another show. We'll do more shows.
We'll have another show. Another night on the road. Show to the road.
It will be great.
So, we covered how we met, our best experiences, our worst experiences. So let's talk about everyday life. What is the everyday life of Meileena?
Okay. So, I guess it varies, obviously. People don't have the same thing happening every day. Most people don't, I think. I don't. Well, I guess I do in some ways. But I wake up, then I go to work, which I sometimes work from home, sometimes work at work.
Okay.
And I work a lot. I'm kind of a workaholic, and I don't always do one thing at a time. I usually don't do one thing at a time, so I'm usually doing a million things at once. And then sometimes it turns into something else and stuff like that. But then I usually, like, in between all that stuff, hang out with people like him. And I see my boyfriend when he's here, when I'm there, and talk to my siblings on the phone. There's not really that much structure, and especially now because school's not happening.
Yeah,
And
next month it will.
Next month it will. And I do tend to, like, just have a lot of things happening all the time, so.
By the way, before anyone asks, I am not her boyfriend.
He's my friend.
Yeah, I'm the cow guy.
You'll get to meet my boyfriend soon, hopefully.
Hopefully.
He wants to, but he's met him already, so.
Yeah, I've already met him. Dude, I drunk with your boyfriend. That was fun. We played Headshot COD. That was not fun. Because we kept on getting really, really drunk.
Because he's really good at it.
Yeah, he was really good at it, but we were getting really, really, really drunk. Which was fun.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm still not good at it.
Still not good at it.
But I will try and try and try not to die.
Try not to die. So, covered your everyday life. Let's talk about my everyday life. So, my everyday life consists of this. I go to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning because I'm insomniac and I don't sleep. Then I wake up around 8 o'clock because my Google Bear texts me and wakes me up. Which I wish they didn't, but they do. But I still let them. And then, usually around 12 o'clock, I leave the house to go do random stuff. And then, depending on which day it is, on Saturday I will either be up in San Francisco DJing in a club, be filming a live stream, or be working on a podcast with one of my buddies. In between then, I'm either gaming, eating, sleeping, or doing some other activity that is vital for life, because gaming is totally vital for life. Or I'll be drinking, because, sometimes you just need to unwind. Yes. Any random questions you would like to ask me today?
His life's obviously much more interesting than mine.
Totally. Just stop following her YouTube channel and follow mine.
You should follow both of ours.
Yeah, links will be in the description. Totally. Oh, sort of like yesterday how I did my live stream for St. Jude's Child Play. So
That's awesome.
Yesterday I did a 12-hour live stream for raising money for curing cancer, especially for children. And that went really, really well, except for the last hour where we were playing a rage game called Vertice Box, where we were just getting so absolutely pissed off. And then my laptop blue screen to death. So I lost like 5 minutes of the ending, which I won. Thank you, Chris. I won.
You won.
I won! I beat you! 12 hours! Yeah! And if you didn't watch my live stream, at one point I was crying because I was playing Slenderman and I'm really afraid of horror games, and I was playing Vapor, and that really tripped me out.
That's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
But we both have really big hearts, and we use our creative talents.
I use my creative talents for good and evil, mostly evil.
Mostly good, can you tell?
Yeah, she's mostly good, mostly
Could you
evil.
imagine if I was your shoulder angel and he was your shoulder devil?
I'm pretty sure if, I was their, shoulder devil, they would probably, either A, start taking some heavy medications, or B, just try to go to an insane asylum.
Good thing he's not your shoulder devil then, right?
Ah, man. I can't wait until I die, and I'm gonna go to hell and pimp slap Lucifer and tell him to get off my chair. Turn down the heat. It's too hot up in here. Oh, man.
Bring the AC down there with you. Might help.
No. I have it all laid out. I'm gonna walk up to Lucifer and smack him and take back my chair because it's mine.
He's got it all planned out.
Yeah. Then when we come back up here, I'm gonna be like, hey, guess what? I ain't dead yet. Just like Richard Pryor before he died. Just Richard Pryor is dead.
He was the toy,
Really? Oh,
I think.
that sucks.
But I don't remember. I remember little parts of the movie. Anyways,
Oh,
I don't want to talk about it.
sort of like Robin Williams. I actually watched the interview with Robin Williams and Zelda Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really heartwarming and touching. So I'm never gonna play Zelda ever again. Because I found out that Zelda is actually named after Zelda from Legend of Zelda.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So.
So talk about your pets.
Oh yes, my pets, my massive collection of animals that I have, which happens to now pertain to a alcoholic African green parrot who used to drink a lot of alcohol with my dad back in the 70s, who's still alive now. He's probably going to outlive everyone in my family. Since African parrots actually live for a really long time, surprisingly, unfortunately. And I have my cat, Spooky, who is a tuxedo cat, who I found in my backyard when he was a little kitten, and I adopted him. And then I have my dog, Shadow, who is a Rottweiler, who has really bad separation anxiety, who is flipping out a lot lately since my dad's in Oklahoma, and he misses my dad, blah, blah, blah. I used to have fish. I used to have a catfish. I used to have like a feeder fish, and I used to have like one of those sucker things that you have.
That I
Your-
have.
Yeah, your little tiger sucker fish that goes.
Mm-hmm. They're the coolest.
And when I was younger, I used to have a king cobra. Which,
Wow.
Yeah, I used to have a venomous snake collection. But I left it in a jar in the Corvette, and then someone broke into the Corvette and tried to steal out the radio, and they opened up the jar. Haven't seen the snake in a long time. That was when I was like 6 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I have 3 betta fish
You have 3 betta fish and a whole bunch of feeder fish.
and a bunch of feeder fish cycling in our tank until we get some more fish. And we have a pleco, which sucks all the algae off of our tank.
You know? Yeah, my pets seem a little bit more interesting than yours.
Yeah, your life does too. He has a lot of stories. I have a lot of stories too. I'm just not the best at telling them.
I started up a blog to start telling a lot more of my stories, and I wish that I started up this blog when I still had my MySpace account, because then I could just take all the stories off of my MySpace account and just put it onto my blog. But I deleted that a while ago, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, I wish I had my MySpace account too. I had a lot of pictures on there, like myself with my really long hair.
You didn't use the web crawler to get all your photos off?
No,
Oh.
I know, pretty
Sucks
crazy,
for
right?
you.
Pretty crazy.
I still have like a whole bunch of photos like saved up on like external hard drives and whatnot.
That's good.
Yeah. Which a lot of people take for granted. Like, data can be lost at any second, so you should always back up your hard drive. Especially when you're like a DJ and you have thousands of songs like I do. It sucks to have to go and download all that music again. Especially when like A, the artist doesn't exist anymore, or B, the song that they were offering is not there anymore, or you don't have a means to getting that special limited edition remix.
He would know.
Duh! I'm
Yeah.
a DJ! I'm a DJ that loves anime.
He does. He also. There's a club, right?
Well, I haven't run the anime club. Someone is doing that this year, and they're doing it for 2 hours, which I find kind of weird. It's like, why are you doing it for 2 hours when like the attention span of a normal person is like 15 minutes?
Which hopefully people are still watching this video.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I mean, I can
But it's okay.
doing fire right now. Just.
You should. We should do a video of that.
No. I left the days of fire dancing.
He left the circus.
No, I was never part of the circus. I used to be really good at fire play, and then I stopped doing fire play for a while because I got chubby, and now I'm back in shape. So I should start doing fire play.
Yeah.
But now I have like a hairy chest and like singed hair smell from fire. Not that good. Just not that good.
I'm pretty clumsy, so I probably shouldn't do fire play.
You could probably do fire staffing or like fire sword. Just like I wouldn't like advise it, knowing how clumsy you are. Considering the fact that you got stuck between your bed and a wall earlier.
Yeah, I jumped on my bed and got stuck between my bed and the wall, but I got myself out, and that's what's important. And I was really mad because I was trying to get the pan out of the cabinet, and the big bottle of sunflower oil fell out of the cabinet and broke one of my fish bowls that was still in the sink. So.
See, the question here is, why was it in the sink?
Because I didn't take it out yet.
Wait, was that still the same fishbowl that was in the sink like a month ago?
No.
Okay, good.
I think it was the same fish bowl, but it wasn't there for a whole month.
Okay, good. Because, yeah, we're not going to do your life intervention this video. Because you're crazy.
He's crazy too, so.
Hey, I'm crazy in a very cute, cuddly way.
In a cuddly way. I'm crazy in a good way too.
Well, if that's all that we have for today, we should wrap this up.
Okay.
So, everyone, like and subscribe. Our links will be down below. If you want to donate to help cure child cancer, I'll put that link down below too. There's different options. There's $20, $30, $50, or you can click on Other, which I advise clicking on Other. You can donate $1, $2, or whatever you can spare.
And you already met your goal.
No, I have $50 out of 100, so I still need $50 more.
That's pretty good though.
Yes, but I will be doing another 12-hour live stream eventually. Hopefully, either this week or starting at the beginning of next week, or before school starts. Because I can't do another 12-hour live stream like that again. Alright, so, I'm DJ Ravecow signing out. This is Muse Meileena. Bye, everyone.